What is going on, everybody? Cornbread Trucker here, coming from my O1 in Blytheville, Arkansas. My appointment's not till 4 o'clock, so I'm just sitting here. She said I possibly would load early. Going to pick it up and deliver tomorrow morning. They're going to keep me close by. I think if you've been with Prime, you know if you're planning on coming into a terminal or you're going home, they generally kind of get you into an area and just try and keep you close. Well, not every time, but sometimes I think it'd be better not to let them know that I'm going home until I get really close. But then, that could always end up biting me in my ass. So probably better give them a heads up. But I had a good week. Last week was, a good week. Made some good money. So looking forward to seeing that check on Friday. And make sure this guy don't hit me here. And hopefully I'll have, for the days I have left, we'll have a good week. So just wanted to talk to you about the state of Arkansas and the big three, I think is what I'll call this. Across the country we have there's just places that there's just not enough truck parking, and some places are better than others. But Arkansas on I-40, and it's kind of the same issue on I-30 from Little Rock down the Texarkana. There's truck stops, but probably really not enough for the amount of traffic that runs up and down 30 and really across 40 between Memphis and Little Rock. It doesn't seem to be as bad I-40 west of Little Rock, but man, from the truck stops there in Little Rock and just they're just packed, and so much traffic. And then the pull-offs and stuff and all the ramps, got truck parking on them. I pulled into Love's yesterday, and it wasn't a bad Love's. It was really a decent Love's. It had a big parking lot, but it was crazy. And I was there early afternoon, and not only was it just full with trucks coming in, and it was like a racetrack around there. Everybody pulling in, doing 30 miles an hour through the truck stop parking lot, which I do not understand. I don't know why you got drivers getting out and walking across the parking lot and coming from around their trucks, and you got trucks coming the other direction that you can't see, and you come around the corner at 30 miles an hour. I don't understand that. I don't know why the truck stops can get frustrating, but to do 30 miles an hour in a parking lot, it just don't make sense to me. And maybe they're not quite going that fast, but it's pretty fast. So anyways, it was crazy. And then when I left this morning to deliver to my 90, it was still crazy in that parking lot. And like I said, the on-ramps and the little rest areas and the pull-offs, I mean, it was just packed. And there was 100,000 trucks on I-40 itself. So they definitely need more truck stops. And Arkansas, they're kind of working on a just before the scale, where the old scale used to be, across from the scale, the eastbound scale, there's where old scale house used to be, there's a pull off there that they're using, trucks use to park. And just to the east of that, they're building a new wider area for trucks to pull off and park. And so the state of Arkansas in itself, I mean, they're putting a little money into it, but there's plenty of room. There's plenty of towns that would benefit for some more truck stops. And when I say the big three, talking about Love's and Pilot Flying J and TA Petro, and Road Ranger and all of them really. It doesn't just have to be the big three, but they definitely need to put in some more truck stops. Help alleviate some of the pressure in the truck stops that are there. And you know, the on and off ramps, you know, they're not great places to park anyways, and in Arkansas they're not very wide, and the roads, some of those exits, you know, the roads aren't very wide, and so it's just not, it's not a good spot for trucks to park. And when you're, you know, when you're in that pinch, you know, you do what you got to do. But definitely more truck stops. But that was a decent Loves. I don't have no complaints with the Loves itself. It was just, it was chaotic in there, and a lot of noise all throughout the night, just from the number of trucks coming in and out. So but no, you know, all in all, it was good. I arrived, I'm here at my 01. I think I mentioned it. I don't pick it up till, it's not scheduled till 4, and so we'll hopefully get loaded on that early, and I can get going, give me a little bit more room before my delivery tomorrow. And just like that, I would really like to have a little more room on this one, but I mean, I can make it. I'll have time on my clock. I can make it, get my break in, make the delivery, turn around, get hopefully get loaded right back up, and just keep running the next few days. So really, that was kind of about it. It was just wanting to talk some about the truck parking situation. You know, and how there's just definitely room. There's plenty of towns, and definitely room to put some truck stops in, employ a few more people, and you know, bring a little bit more money, instead of being, if you're sitting on the on and off ramp, or you're sitting in a little pull off or a rest area where there's no services, you know, the state's missing out on revenue, and of course businesses are missing out on revenue, because you put a truck driver in that truck stop, they're going to probably go in and buy something. So, you know, and there's plenty of trucks. There's no reason for you know, because of lack of traffic, because there's plenty of it through there. So maybe Sarah Huckabee will watch my page and say, you know what, that's a good idea, and she'll get to work on that, bring some truck stops in. So all right, that's it. You guys have a good one.